what it's really designed for is you talk to it in a very natural way. It's kind of like, you know, in the 80s, right? When I was in the business back then and seeing how loan officers did it. We had one underwriter. I still remember her. Her name was D. We had one DE underwriter. Her name was D. Okay. And the loan officer would take a loan application, right? It was all paper, right? And after he take a loan officer, he come and sit next to D, right? And you go through it with her, right? And she'd tell him what to do and how to do it, and what other documents to get. And that was it. It was one shot, right? One and done,
Right.
right? And it was the best service ever. So the whole point of Morgan is we're not really going forward. We're going back. It's retro. We're going back to the 80s. Back to the way mortgages should be originated, where it was just the loan officers, the banker, and the underwriter, and everything, right? It's just that everything got so complex in between, and people are trying to scale up to do large amounts of volume with limited number of underwriters, and so you have the current mess that you have today. So what if you as a loan originator had D right next to you all the time, your own personal D? Okay, so that when you took the loan application and you sat with the borrower and you had those documents, you just gave it to D, and D said, yeah, this works, or don't forget to ask for, you know, this. I see a large deposit here, get an explanation on that. Like, what if it happened like that? Right, as opposed to taking a loan application, going through processing reviews, that takes a couple of days. They stack up the document, then it goes to underwriting. You wait another couple more days, and then underwriting gives you new conditions, and you have to go back to the borrower. Right, so that's the current process. But today with Morgan, so instead of D, now we have Morgan. You have Morgan right next to you all the time. So you sit down with the borrower, you take the application, you drop the documents, the information into Morgan, and Morgan will tell you, you know, really fast